Today we're looking at another important tool for our Wellbeing Toolbox. It's what I call the 3 C's: communication, connectedness, and creativity. Let's look at each of these in turn. Good communication is so important in our lives. Communication is more than talking. It's also active listening. And sometimes communication doesn't involve talking at all. We often communicate through our body language. Why is communication so important to our well-being? Communication allows us to express what we're thinking and feeling, and in this way, communication enables us to be understood. To be a good communicator is more than just talking to someone or listening to someone. It's having an open mind. It's listening to what someone has to say without judging. It's offering feedback. It's showing someone through your body language or your words that you value what they're saying and the fact that they are listening. Connectedness is also a way that we can boost our well-being, but it's one of those things that's hard to define, because connectedness isn't about how many friends we have. It's about how connected we feel to the people, organizations, and communities around us. That's because being connected gives us a sense of identity and belonging. And that makes sense, because even though we like being alone from time to time, human beings are social creatures. We may have deep connections to our family and good friends, and we may also feel a sense of connectedness to our neighbors and classmates, and to people we share a common interest or activity with, like our teammates or members of a club. Social connections help us to feel secure and to avoid feelings of loneliness. Being connected can help us feel better about ourselves too, and to have a greater sense of belonging and meaning in our lives. Just like communication and connectedness can help boost our well-being, so can creativity. And creativity doesn't just mean writing, drawing, and painting. Creativity can include crafting, sewing, knitting, acting, playing music, cooking, singing, planting a veggie garden, arranging flowers, and so much more. Many studies have shown a clear link between positive well-being and creativity, but exactly how this works isn't yet known. Although creating can certainly be fun, it does require concentration. Sometimes we concentrate so deeply that everything else seems to fall away into the background, and in this sense our brain relaxes, just like as if we practice mindfulness or meditation or yoga. With such busy lives, it's easy for us to get lost in our heads sometimes. I like to think of creativity as a superpower that can help shift our thinking so that we can relax for a while. We're finally ready to set out on our journey. But before we go, let's check our toolbox to make sure we have everything. In an earlier video, we talked about resilience. That's our ability to bounce back when things don't go to plan. In the next video, we looked at positive thinking. That's not about being happy all the time, but about trying to see the positives in the negatives. Today, we looked at the 3 C's that can help boost our well-being, starting with communication. We saw how good communication involves not only talking, but listening, and also body language. We also looked at using communication to express our thoughts and feelings and to be understood. Lastly, we looked at some skills required for good communication, including having an open mind and offering feedback. Then we looked at the 2nd C, connectedness, how connectedness can give us a sense of identity and belonging, how the strength of our connections is more important than the number, how connections can make us feel secure and also make us feel better about ourselves. And finally, we looked at the 3rd C, creativity, how it includes so much more than writing, drawing, and painting, how the focus required for creative exercise can help everything else fall into the background and make us feel balanced, how creativity, in a sense, is like a superpower that can help us relax and boost our well-being. In fact, I'm such a firm believer in how creativity can boost well-being that I've made a special video on the topic called Creating Well-Being. I hope you check it out, and I hope you've enjoyed our well-being journey. Get your toolbox ready. Thanks for watching.